Alright folks, today was crazy. We started off the day not too well. We started down $100 on our first loss, and then we took another like small $60 loss right before news came out. Probably could have been avoided, but it is what it is. But then we stayed locked in. Like I always say, every trade is independent. Stay locked in, and we came out with a $500 banger, ended the day up 250. Let me show you how. All right, folks. So first things first, here we are on the S&P 500 chart. So that upper chart at the top of the screen, I decided to get short at 45.90. That was the like high when the non-farm payroll data came out this morning. So yeah, once we broke above that high, we started failing. There started to be some selling volume coming in, and so you know, I got in a little bit early, but I was like, you know what? My wrist is tight. I'm gonna take a stab at this short. So I got in short at 45.91. So my stop loss was only a couple points above at 45.93. I was like, I'm gonna risk this $100. And if I lose, it's not a big deal. And if I win, it's an amazing entry. But you'll see, I keep kind of pointing out the fact that the Nasdaq, that middle chart there, it had got above 16,000, the key psychological level, and then started bouncing. So as you can see, boom, I just stopped out. So on to the next trade. As you can see, I am now in short the Nasdaq below that 16,000 level. We ended up breaching it, and as you can see, we're starting to reject it. So I'm like, okay, let me just get in with smaller size. We have news coming out in about I think at this point it was like 8 minutes away. So as you can see, the trade, it's starting to work a little bit. It can go either way though. We haven't really made too much of a direction. But again, we did have that news coming out very, very shortly. So I was like, I mean, that's the whole point of me even getting in with smaller size here. Is like if I'm wrong, I don't want, to get caught with my pants down, get caught off sides, and take a large loss when there's news that's about to come out and could completely change the trajectory of the market. And as you can see right now, boom, we literally got a gap up, and you can see my reaction. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? So yeah, that's what happened on that trade. So at this point, we're down like $200 on the day, but I stayed locked in. I noticed now that the Nasdaq was very, very strong. We ended up making a new high, and we pulled back into it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get long at 16,030, as you can see right there on the screen. And this is the final trade of the day. At this point, I'm in heavy size because I'm very confident in this after the news release. And it pretty much instantly starts working out. I even zoom in on the chart for y'all. I already know. I'm like, this is it. This is the trade. So yeah, at this point, we start moving higher. My first target was just 50 points above, and that's where I decide to scale out. So you'll see here, there you go. I just adjusted my size. I put like a sell order in at 16,080 up above, and I'm looking. I'm like, come on, give us the points. Boom, we got filled. Position size is now with 3 lots remaining, and now at this point, we're just kind of waiting it out. Waiting to see if the trade will go higher to our ultimate target, which was us pretty much invalidating this supply zone at 16,000 and 100. There's actually like another supply zone like literally right above this one. So I was like, okay, if we make it through the current supply zone that we're in, then I'll end up getting out of this trade. So that's what I did. So as you can see here, we're still getting a push, but the trade hasn't been invalidated yet. We got a little bit of turbulence, no big deal. I'm just kind of sitting through it, but then we end up getting like kind of a final push here that you'll see in a second. So I'm now adjusting my limit orders. I'm like kind of preparing in case we get like one last push that I'm looking for. But unfortunately, as you can see here, I thought we were going to get the final push. It was looking good, but then it ends up kind of pulling back. And at this point, I'm like, dude, I'm already up over 50 points on this trade. Let me not try to squeeze the lemon. We are in a supply zone, and I get out right there. Alright folks, so there's the end of the recap. Of course, with the magic of editing, it looks like the trades were like literally back to back, and I'm just like out here degenning, like exiting one, flipping to the other side, but that's not how it was. There was time that passed in between them, but obviously I'm not gonna make you guys sit through all of that. But yeah, I hope that you found this recap helpful. Like I said, it's important to not get your head down, not hang your head after a loss. There's always gonna be more opportunities. And if I had hung my head and been like, dang it, I suck, today is just not my day, then I would have never hit that last trade, which was an amazing trade, probably the best trade that I had this week. So like, yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I hope that you found this video helpful. Hope that this encourages you when you do take those losses to just take them on the chin and accept that you will lose sometimes in trading. And as long as your risk is managed, it literally doesn't matter. So until next time.